Hi, I'm Becca and welcome to my channel. Today I just want to show you these two new packs of Fimo clay that I got at Christmas. I mentioned them in my what did I get for Christmas video, and I'll link that in the description box if you've not seen it. And I've not played with any of these yet, so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go through both of the packs, tell you what colours in them, and then see what the mood takes me as to what I want to do. So we're going to go with the Mixing Pearls ones. Now this one, as far as I'm aware, it's just basically a way of learning the colour pattern and how to blend your different clays. When I first saw it online, I thought it was going to have some sort of colour chart in it. There isn't. I'm a bit disappointed in it really, to be honest, in that respect. The colours, they're lovely. Not got anything wrong with that. But as for, it's supposed to be Mixing Pearls, or whichever way you're looking at it, it would have been better for somebody who's just starting out if they'd just put a little bit of a booklet together on how to create the colours that they've put on the front of the box. Now, if you've been playing with clay for a while, you know that how to basically put it all together. But for somebody who's just picked this up thinking, oh, I want to have a go, it's a really good starter pack. It's got the primary colours in it. And when I've got, right, what do I do to make all these other colours? There's no instructions whatsoever in it. So, in that respect, I think we could do with putting an instruction booklet in. Just to be, because it's called Mixing Pearls, it'd just be a good thing for them to put it in my opinion anyway. Right, so you get two full-size blocks of mother of pearl, which is always good. I like just pearl on its own. And then you get, we get a number 33 blue. I can't remember the names of all of these. If I can find out what they are, then I'll pop it up on the screen. So you get 33, 22, 26, 27. That's just a brown. I very rarely use brown. But maybe I might be able to make something nice with it. Get 56, 11, which is gold. So we've got one pearl there, and then we've got silver, which is 81. Whether if that's the grey silver or whether if it's the pearl silver, I'm not too sure. I'll have to play with it. And then we've got number 10, which is a nice bright yellow. So you get two that are already a pearl, but all the others aren't. So like I said, if you've not got a clue what you're doing with clay, then you might be a bit confused as to where to start going with all of these. I think I'll probably mix some colours together and we can see what they turn out like. So yeah, that's it. Now I'll just use what's in this pack here. The clay's quite soft, so I'm not going to have too much conditioning to do because it's a fairly new pack. The colours are nice, and don't get me wrong with that. That's, you know, that's not my issue. I think that they could have just put some, you know, basic instructions together really as to what tells you how to condition the clay, but that's about it. And in the other one, now this is the Galaxy range. This is the one that I was really excited for. In the shops here in the UK, the only one that I found was the Galaxy White. And I think I found that by accident because it was sort of like in the middle of all the regular white blocks that was in, I think it was the range where I first saw it. And I was like, oh, I need to get that and see what it's trying like. It's a bit grainy for cane making, I'd say. It's sort of like you get a scrape sort of line when you're cutting your cane, slices of your cane off. So, but for other products, it's, you know, like for other crafts, it's absolutely fine, or for moulds and things like that. So in this one, you don't get your full blocks, but you do get 12 smaller blocks in all the different colours. So here we go. Look at all that fun. Again, basic instructions of how to condition it and how to bake it. So yeah. That's that one. So let's see, has it got the names of them on the back? No, it's not even got the names of them. So I know the 002 is the white one that I managed to find in the shops. Now that's number 11, is that so? Oh yeah, so they're not all the Galaxy ones. I thought that they were all the Galaxy ones. So you get another block of the gold in there. And then we've got, I think that's gold glitter. So whether if that's classed as a galaxy one, I'm not too sure. I'll have to have a look. I have a list of a lot of the clay names on my phone. But I don't know whether if I've got that one, so I'll find it out and I'll pop it on screen if I can find out which one it is. And then I think this is like a coppery sort of colour. Yeah, it's sort of, well, you can't really tell there on that one. But yeah, it's a brown. You're probably not picking up the pearl on it on that one, but that one's got a shimmer to it, like what the white one has. And then we've got a glittery silver, or a grey. What's this one? 1, 2, and that's more like a rosy pink. It looks like it's got golden glitter in it, something like that. I will be rolling them out so I can see what they're all like. And then we've got a nice purple. Purple is always good in my book. What else we've got? And this is sort of like a very dark pink. I wouldn't say it was a red. Yeah, I'd say it were a very dark pink. So that's another one. So you can blend that down and make it into paler colours, which is what the other pack's supposed to be for. And then this is more like I'd say a teal, something like that. So that one, I really do like that colour. This is a nice blue. I'm not too sure what the name is. So we've got, I'm not telling you the numbers, I've got 202 for that pinky red one. No, yeah, 202, and then 212 for the paler pink, 112 for the gold with glitter in, and then 11 for the regular metallic gold one, 602 for the purple, 002 for the white one, 812 for the grey silver one, and 392 for the aquamarine type colour that there is, and 562 for the tealy one, and then 71 for the coppery brown shade. And then we've got 352, which is sort of like a navy blue with very fine golden flecks in it. And then this, it looks more like a slate grey, but it's got a pearl to it. Yeah, it's nice. I'll have to have a play around with it. So what shall we play with first? Let's have a go with some of these ones. I'm going to put these all back on here so I know that they're out of this pack. There we go. So what shall we go for? Okay. A nice tealy one, and then we'll see whether if these actually come out with a sort of cane that we can do. So let's take. So I'm trying to make my mind up what I should do with it. It might make a flower cane. Yeah, I think I might do that. So yeah, because I'm wondering whether if the blacks are smaller in this one. Stop procrastinating, Becca, and get it out of the packet and start rolling it. Thinking out loud there then at the moment. Right. Oh, colour's coming off already, so you know it's going to have a darker pigment in it, which is good. Yeah, I don't think this one's going to be all that good for caning either, because the flecks that are in it, they're quite big. They're not the micro glitter that you're supposed to put in for when you're caning. The easiest way to find out, I'll just slice it down here this way. Yeah, no, definitely not good for caning. I don't know whether if you can just see on there. I don't know whether you can see on that. No, definitely not on that one. It's sort of like got striation marks, is that what it's called? Lines in it. So yeah, these ones, the Galaxy colours, I wouldn't say that they were good for caning. So those would probably be better for moulds, I would say, you know, for doing moulded pieces. The regular metallic ones, they'd be absolutely fine, because they've already got the pearl in it. But I think the Galaxy ones, I think they've got a mixture of the pearl with some glitter in it, but it's not the microfine glitter that you're supposed to put in when you're doing caning. So yeah, it'll be good for making lots of other projects anyway, but I'll go on to the blending one anyway, and then see what we can do. Right, so we'll go for this one because that was the one that I was going to play with in the other pack. Oh, that's all colour anyway. So I'm just going to take one of the packs of pearl, if I can get it open. Now, I don't know whether if you know this, I only found it out a few months ago, and I've been playing with clay for a while, that on the back of Fimo packets there's a removable sticker thing that's got the name of the clay on it and the number, and you can take it off and use that to fasten your pack back up. I think I did it by accident, and I was trying to do this, open a packet, and then realised that the sticker came off. So it's just here on there, and you just watch this one not want to do it now. I'm trying to do it on camera. There we go. So you save that bit. Right, and let's just take a couple of sections, and then what you do is you roll that back up, get your sticker and put it like that. And I felt so silly when I didn't even know that it did that. Because I was forever wrapping my packets back up, or putting a bit of paper in with the in the plastic wallet that I usually keep all my conditioned clay in, saying what number it was, so I knew exactly what, so I could say on the video. And then when I found that, I was like, you numpty. It's even got a sign on it. I'd never even thought of it. So yeah, that's my little bit of knowledge I'm passing on to you today. So let's take this. So when you're mixing colours, you're best off taking some sort of chart, deciding how much you're putting in of each colour. So like, say if you want to replicate a colour, then if you write down what you put into that colour mixture, then you can build on it for, say if you wanted to make a larger quantity of it. So I might pass the machine back to the normal setting. Oh, off there, don't want you just yet. So I'm only going to be doing a bit of mixing here, just simply so you can see what my is. Right, so that's got a bit of other colour from when I've been using it. This is why I have got a second pass machine that is chucking it everywhere now. That is just for white, and silly me went and put it through on the wrong one. The reason I do that is because white is notorious for picking up every colour under the sun, and especially this one. As you can see, it's picked it up when I barely touched it. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh well, that's what baby wipes and water and hand wash were made for. Right, so when you're testing it out, just roll your clay out into the same thickness, and then you just want to get some cutters. So it doesn't matter what cutter, it can be any cutter. It's just, I've just noticed some of mine have fallen on the floor. So it gives you a regular cutting thing for you to do. So I'm going to cut one of each. And then to start with, I'm just going to take, right, I'm going to take half of the white, but then I'm only going to take a 1/4 of the green. And then you just mix it together. Now if you want to do this as a progression chart, so that you can keep notes on what it's going to be, so you can write down, say, 1 part white to 1/4 part whatever number it is that you're going for, and then you'll know from that, and then you can bake a little sample of what you've made, and then you can stick it with your notes, so you've got a good idea as what it's going to be. Sorry, that's my phone going off. So it's easily mixed together, this one. Let's put it through here, rather than you watching me just squish it. So yeah, I think you'll get the idea of what I'm meaning, but say if you wanted to make it paler, then you would add a set amount of the other white. So say if you were doing 3/4 white to 1/4 of the colour, then you will get a different colour to what I'm getting now. So as you can see, it's only a tiny, tiny bit what I'm doing. So yeah, you get the idea anyway. It's easier to see on that. Yes, this is pretty much all mixed up now. It's got a few bits in it. So this is the sort of size that I'd keep as a sample for if I were doing, if I'm wanting to create a colour that I'm going to do a really big project with. So say if I'm wanting all coordinating beads or something, then this is when a good time is to write down the amount of colours that you've used when you're doing your blending. So I just want to show you the difference between this then. So I'm going to put the rest of the the other half of the white in and put it in, so then you can see what 1 full part of white with 1/4 part of the colour is. Right, so as you can see, it's a lot paler now. So yeah, that's just the basic principle behind mixing your own colours. Now, when you're using pearl, when you keep folding it over to put it back through your pasta machine or roll it down, with pearl, the mica powder that's in it shifts. So say if you're rolling it out this way, the way that I've got it, so I was rolling it out that way, then all the mica powders would eventually all line up. So you wouldn't get any stray marks in it. So as you can see, it's all the mica's going in one direction. But if you were to turn it the other way and then start rolling it back that way, eventually they're not all going to blend in. So what you need to do then is just to keep putting it back through your pasta machine, or rolling it if you've not got a pasta machine, and then it will line all the mica powders back up. And that one's not taking too much time in doing. But whenever you're doing it, just say if you're covering I don't know, a model or something like that, and you want them to have the same sort of shimmer going all over it, just make sure that you've got all your mica powders just lined up as to where you know they need to go once they've blended all back together. So yeah, so I think I'm going to go and blend a few more of these little colours, and then I can show you the graduation, and I'll pop back and I'll show you once I've done it. Right, so I've done some mixing, and now each of these colours, these three in the centre, that's the original just white what I started off with, and then this is the green that I've added to it. So this one's with 1/4 of a circle of the green, half circle of the green and then 3/4 of the circle of green, and then this is a full circle of each, so it's half and half. So as you can see, it's sort of somewhere in between these two. So yeah, that's just the basics on blending your colours together. Now the next step would be to try and do it the other way around. So you'd start out with one full square of the green, up circle even, and then 1/4 of the white, and then half of the white, and then 3/4 of the white. So that's the basic simple, and then working on that, then you would just add in slices of other colours. So as long as when you're doing your mixing, if you stick to the same size cutter, you can get accurate amounts for when you're wanting to replicate a colour in a larger quantity further down the line. So say if you're like, oh, I really like that cane, I want to have another go at doing it, you can go back to your notes and just see, well, I used 2 circles of white and say 1 of green and 2 of purple, whatever. That's not colour that I'm actually going to blend, but you get what I'm trying to say. So it's just a case of playing around with each of the colours and then finding that progression within it, and then you'll be able to make your own version of this, which is what's on the front of the box. And this is why I was a bit shocked when they didn't actually have that instructions into it, because really that it needs to explain as to how you get from these pure colours out to these ones, and how to write it down so you know what other colours you can make from it in the future, rather than you just you can just mix it together if you're just wanting to do it and you're not bothered about knowing how to replicate that colour. But say if you're wanting to make plenty of beads and then all of a sudden you run out of that one colour, you're like, oh god, I've got to make some more now. If you've got notes on what you did, then you can just replicate it easy enough, and then you don't need to worry. So that's just the main thing with that one. Otherwise, the colours are fantastic in both the packs. It just takes a little bit of playing around really, and you know what you want to do with it. So I'll just bring both boxes back in. So that's that one. Let's move this out of the way. Don't need that now. Put that away in a bit. So yeah, this is the two. Let's zoom out a little bit now and we can go a bit wider. So that's out of the way. So yeah, this is your pearl one. So you get your 2 big blocks of your plain pearl, which is really good because usually these packs you only get like these little half blocks, but you get 2 big blocks of the pearl so that you can just blend it into different shades of what you want. So it's just a case of finding out what it is that you need, and then when you find that happy medium, write down what it is that you've used, and then in the future you can use it again. And then with these ones, just be careful if you're using them for caning. I definitely know the metallic ones are fine for caning because I've used them loads and loads and loads of times. It's just these galaxy ones I would say are not the best for caning, because I've done canes before with things like that, and every time you slice it you get sort of like grooves in it from the flecks of the glitter. So like it did with this one, it's just, you're probably not going to be able to pick it up on the camera very well, but you've still got the sparkle, but you've just got all this graininess going in it. So say if you're wanting some smooth slices, you're not going to get it with that type of clay. It's fantastic for doing moulds and things like that. I'm not saying that it's bad clay, it's just it's not for, I wouldn't say it would for caning. The consistency is right for caning, but you might get that sort of graininess in it. But then again, you could try and just mix part of it with some regular, you know, just the soft stuff. So you could take some of this and then just add a little bit of the other one and see if it dilutes it down, so to speak. So yeah, that's just what you need to do. Just play and play and play and just keep notes. That's all I can say. The biggest tip I can give it is keep notes on the colour blending if you're trying to achieve a certain colour, and then if you find that perfect colour, then you've got it all written down for you.
Right, I just wanted to pop in here and just tell you something. Since I filmed this video and did the review, I found something that ought to really have been put in with the box of clay that I've been showing you, and it's this. And this is basically a colour guide as to mixing colours and in the way that I've been trying to explain to you during the video. and it's got the mixing pearls in with it. Now this really ought to have gone in with the box itself, but you can get this on their website, and this was a free booklet that I picked up from, it was the range where I found it, which is where I generally get most of my Fimo clay anyway, but the box of clay that I got were off Amazon. So yeah, I just want to tell you about this, but it's got a few projects in it as well for things for you to do and how to use the clay and different products that are available. But it's the main thing about the colour blending that I wanted to let you know about, because it's got a lot of the recipes, I'd like to call them, for getting the different colours. I'm just going to tell you about the different ones. So like this has got written down and an idea of what the colour it is. What I've been trying to explain for you to write down in your book when you've been doing mixing and things like that. So it tells you here with a little bit of writing it'll tell you what colour number it is that you're using, and that'll tell you how many parts of that colour that you need to blend with whatever parts of another colour to create the colour that is in here. Now the pictures on the colour on the pages will be slightly different to what your clay is, because they always are out of these magazines sort of things, but it will give you some general idea. So if you are just starting out with clay, then this is probably a really good thing to try and get hold on to. Now there is a scan the QR code for your language, it says here. See if it's got it any bigger for me to hold it up at the screen for you. So if you can scan it yourself, then you might be able to find where you can either pick a copy up, or I don't know whether if it's a download or something like that, but I just wanted to let you know. Now I don't think there is anywhere else in the book. No. So I'm going to hold the QR code up just in case you can pause the video and then you can scan it yourself. And their website is stedler.com, or there's info@stedler.com, which is the email address if you want to email them and ask them, if there's a stockist or anything, or whether if you can get a download version of it. So yeah, I just wanted to pop back and tell you about this. So back to past me and listening to what else I've got to tell you.
So I hope that's been a bit of help and I've not bored you too much. So if you like the video, you can give me a thumbs up, that'd be appreciated. And if you've not subscribed, if you consider subscribing, that'd be appreciated too. And if you do subscribe, click that notifications bell icon, and then you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.